If you love a great deal, and I know you do, because we do too, we're gonna take $100 off of this. Turquoise or amber, please do not be mad with Jay or myself. When these are gone, they are not back. I have medium and large, or small, medium, medium, large. This is 5 flex pay. We'll pay the shipping if you've already bought something today. It's hinged. I mean, first of all, the minute I take it off, I can feel the weight. This is all beautiful sterling silver. There's a lot of silver here. We've already pre-sold from mentions earlier today, several hundred. Ignore me, 25. Several thousand.
Several thousand.
2,500. There's already over 300 people jumping on in. I am absolutely not going to just position this based on the price, but it would be wrong of me to ignore the fact that this is like a giveaway. If you love J. King and you love turquoise or you love amber and you're looking for a great deal tonight, maybe budget's not that great at the moment, but you're still looking for a special mind find for you, there is nothing else in the show. I mean, everything in the show is spectacular, but there is nothing else that competes with the humongous saving that's on your screen. Approaching now 750 people placing orders. Our quantity counter is going to start jumping 3, 4, and 5 at a time. Producer Daryl, which will be the first to sell out? Is it the turquoise or the amber? Again, we have both sizes, small, medium. Fits a 6 1/4 to a 6 3/4, and the medium large fits a 7 to a 7 1/2. Jay, we are busy already, my friend.
And you know, and don't let we have to do those sizes. It really drives me crazy, but here's the thing. Think about it this. Here's an easy way to do it. Small, medium, if you have a fairly normal wrist or kind of a petite wrist, perfect. If you have a wrist as big as mine or bigger than mine, and I don't have a small wrist, medium, large, fit you perfectly and still give you room to spare. The reason I'm telling you this is this, okay? The reason these are going crazy, if I could hand this over to you right now, especially the medium large, are you kidding me? Do you, the silver weight in this alone, these aren't little tchotchke, dinky settings. No. Okay, these are handcrafted. This, just the amount of sterling silver, not to mention the Baltic amber, the Ukrainian amber, or the Turquoise Hill turquoise that's in the turquoise bracelet. There are also 3-dimensional inlays. But to be honest with you, if this was just the silver part of the bracelet, if I didn't do any of the inlay, if I did nothing, if I just made the bracelet and actually made the flat bracelet in the weight that these are, we couldn't sell them at the price that we're giving you these two. This is crazy. I didn't know that they were gonna do this. This is really, really probably one of the ultimate deals you're ever gonna get. If you're one of those people that really wants a deal, you know, today, I think that somebody told me earlier that there's a lot of people that are even buying 2.
I believe it.
It's really almost buy one, get one free. Actually, even if you bought one originally, if you just bought one originally, I think you paid more. And at that value, I'm not saying you got overcharged. At that value was an incredible, incredible deal. But because of for the 23rd anniversary show, when I came here, I don't know that they're going to do this stuff. I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue. I'm totally being honest with you and legit. They don't tell me before what they're going to do that. When I get here, the day I get here,
pressure low, Jay.
Well, a lot of them, to tell you the truth, a lot of times when we do this, I get out here and I think it's a misprint or I think somebody messed up.
Yes.
And we've had that happen before where we sold things below cost and then I said, that's below cost. And then the next day, sure enough, guess what? It was below cost. I mean, you couldn't even make it. I'm just telling you, I'm the manufacturer. I will tell you, I know how much sterling silver costs, and especially sheet silver costs. And then on top of that, this is genuine amber. This is Baltic amber, the butterscotch. Even on the butterscotch amber, do you realize that less than 5% of the amber material we get in any given year is this butterscotch color? This color right here.
It's a beautiful, creamy,
It's the creamy butterscotch color. This, you just don't get it. You don't get the butterscotch color. And then it's got the Ukrainian, which is more the cognac, the reds, or the golds.
Guys, and forgive me, I want you to hear as much of the story as you possibly can.
Feel the weight.
What, are you kidding me? When you get this home and it's delivered and you pick it up the box, you go, oh my gosh, how much should I pay for this again? My job is to do the best possible to navigate us, to steer the ship through what is basically 25 to 35 different J. King pieces of jewelry. We have some real winners. I can tell you right now, when Jay tells you that this price is a great price, it's beyond a great price. Every word of it is true. If you can only afford one item, I would buy this, and that's just from me, folks. That's just from me looking at these sheets of paper and going through absolutely every piece of jewelry that's on here. We have over 1,000 people placing orders. If you can run to the phone, you'll get one. Medium large in the amber is now fewer than 400, and in the turquoise in the medium large, fewer than 600. So they are racing out the door. We need to think ahead to Christmas presents for mom, for your sister, for your daughter, for your best friend. You couldn't even, and Jay, forgive me, stop me if I say anything wrong. People up and down America today will spend $119 on fashion jewelry.
That's not even, but it's not even real. But what I'm telling you, even with me, okay, if you came to me and they told me, Jay, what I want is just a simple bangle bracelet with a hinge. Just make this, don't do any inlay. Don't do any inlay, don't do anything fancy. I don't want a pattern. I just want you to have sterling silver. The sterling silver part of this, the same weight that we're using here now with the same clasp. I could not bring that on air and sell it for this price. This is insane. It's crazy, crazy, crazy value.
But that's let me tell you the hardest thing about this job. Laying all the cards on the table. It's because my job is to say, you know, the features and the benefits and the good and tell you all the different ways in which you can use it and wear it. But me, like you, like Jay, there are some things you see and you go, okay, I really need to jump and shout and stand on the rooftops and scream about this one. You've got to get this. This was appraised at the lowest appraisal was $345. Now,
that was the lowest.
That was the lowest. We still have an hour, 20 minutes of amazing things, but I can tell you, hand on heart, if you were to turn off now and just bought this, you would go to bed tonight with a huge smile on your face. You're getting a customer pick, so much beauty and sterling and gorgeousness in one at a price that nobody could believe. We're about to hit 3,500, over 1,000 people placing orders. Folks are buying both, obviously one of each color. I'm excited, Jay's excited, and I know Stephanie in Florida is excited. Stephanie, welcome to the show. Stephanie, please meet Jay King.
Hey, Jay, it's Stephanie from Fort Pierce. How are you?
Well, we all survived, didn't you? You know, it's so funny. I know Stephanie from way back.
We didn't float away, thank God.
She's a sweetheart. Did you have so many people? Do you know I had everybody in the world calling me?
Malachite earrings. They're round disc earrings. They're like a round earring. They're beautiful.
Aren't those gorgeous?
Absolutely beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Have you been with Jay for a long time, Stephanie?
Oh, my gosh, yes. Since prehistoric times.
My gosh, so Stephanie, do you remember your first ever piece that you bought from Jay?
Oh my gosh, it was probably earrings, although I have a multitude of his bracelets. Well, I think every time he's on, I end up buying some bracelet. But it was probably 20 years ago.
Oh, that is, yeah, because we've known each other a long time, and what a fabulous person. She does some really quality work, good works for a lot of good people. So that is so cool. So I'm glad everything's working out for you. It's always lovely to hear from you.
Oh, it's wonderful to hear your voice and to see your show, and I've watched every one. And please give my regards to Miss Sheila.
I will. You know, in fact, we call her the blonde one. That's my wife. We just returned from England, so she's back for the winter. The blonde one has returned. So.
She is truly a blonde bombshell.
She is. Yeah, if you could just patent the energy, we wouldn't have to worry about lighting anything.
If I could have a quarter of her energy, I'd be happy.
I tell you what, oh my gosh. My mom calls her the Energizer Bunny because she never stops. So anyways, it's wonderful to hear.
That's what keeps you young.
Oh, Stephanie, thank you so much for taking the time. We appreciate it.
Lovely to hear from you.
Okay, good to talk to you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, guys, they're making us wrap this on up just because we're getting so limited now. Small, medium, medium, large. If you have a smaller wrist, go for the small, medium.
I want everybody to think about this. And again, when we first aired this, the price that we brought it into was remarkable. I mean, we really had to work hard. And then it went back up to the, for what the regular price would have sold for. Right now, if, doing the math in my head, if you bought one of the amber and one of the turquoise, you would still be under what, or right at what, what originally, just to buy one of them would have cost you. These are so wearer friendly. They're so user friendly. But here I'll go back, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but just if they asked me, and as the manufacturer, I are the manufacturer. We do make these, okay? We do everything from scratch.
You're not the middleman, Jay.
I'm not the middleman.
You're not a TV presenter.
And you're getting it. I got to tell you, you're getting it direct as you ever can. I couldn't make the sterling silver part of the bangle like this and sell it for what we're selling the whole complete thing with the inlay. And this is 3-dimensional. The turquoise is a really unique turquoise. The amber, again, amber is not going down in value, guys, okay? In fact, if it doesn't quit going up after a while, I'm just gonna give up, okay? I can't tell you how tough it is to buy it and to argue with them every year to be able to get the amber. So we're finding different amber reserves right now, and I'm excited about that. But I'm just telling you, 2 of our most popular materials.